March Madness is here, and on the men's side, the annual college basketball tournament features 68 teams competing in 7 rounds to advance to the national championship. It kicks off this week and features young athletes who often go on to have legendary careers in the NBA and the WNBA, all while millions of viewers fill out brackets in hopes of also winning big. So who are the stars to keep your eyes on this year? For that and more, we're joined by Ellen Hislop, co-founder of sports newsletter and podcast, The Gist. Good morning. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks so much for having me. It's great to see you.
So let's focus on the Canadians, first of all. Who should we keep our eyes on?
Yes, so there are 21 Canadian men and 10 Canadian women in the tournament this year. On the men's side, you definitely have to look out for Purdue's Zach Edey. He was the National Player of the Year last year. He is expected to win this year. He is a 7'4" center from Toronto, representing Canada really, really well at the tournament this year, we hope. Last year, Purdue was bounced in the first round of March Madness, which was a huge surprise. And so we don't expect that to happen this year. On the women's side, you have to look out for Kingston's very own Aaliyah Edwards. She plays for UConn, who is a Canadian favorite for sure. UConn is a number 3 seed this year. They've suffered with a lot of injuries. Aaliyah herself had a broken nose for the last couple of weeks, so hopefully she's entering this tournament healthy and ready to go.
All right, superstar Caitlin Clark announcing her intentions to enter this year's WNBA draft. But before that, she's looking for an NCAA title. So what do her chances look like?
They're looking pretty good. Iowa's a number 1 seed this year. That said, they have a lot of fierce competition when you look at South Carolina, USC, Texas, LSU, UConn, the list goes on and on. As much as Caitlin Clark is the best college women's basketball player right now, a lot of teams are figuring out how to defend her and how to shut down her team. And so while I think they could probably make it to the Elite 8 or even the Final 4, it's still up in the air if they're going to make it to the finals.
It's always fun to look at the players, but let's talk about money for a minute. So much money is bet on March Madness. According to the American Gaming Association, almost $4 billion is going to be bet, and that's just through the legal sports books. So in the face of legalized sport betting, why does this tournament attract so many wagers? Why is it so much fun for people?
I think it's so much fun because really you can expect the unexpected. You're thinking about kids playing basketball on the biggest stage that there is, and there's going to be mistakes made and upsets happening. When you look at the bracket, the chances of having a perfect bracket are actually 1 in 9.2 quintillion. And so really it doesn't matter whether you watch college basketball or not. Entering a bracket is really fun. Us at The Gist, we actually have our own free-to-enter bracket at thegistsports.com for both the men's and the women's bracket. And it's great because so many people enter and maybe select their favorite team to win, or they choose their teams based off of their favorite mascots or their colors. So it really is just a fun time because no one knows what's going to happen.
Okay, what are you watching for?
On the women's side, I'm really watching for who is going to really follow in Caitlin Clark's footsteps and say, I got next. We know that Caitlin Clark has really put women's basketball on the map over the next couple of years. She, of course, is going to the WNBA next year and expected to be the number 1 pick. But I think that leaves the space for somebody else to step up and to step into that role and say, women's basketball is on my back and I'm going to help continue that growth. I think Paige Becker's of UConn, Aaliyah Edwards' teammate, is a really great person who we should be on the lookout for on the women's side.
A really busy but fun week ahead for you and everybody at The Gist. Thanks, Alan.
Thanks so much.
All right. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.